Yes. Do you see my presentation?
Yes, yes, very nice, please.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, for your attention, short communication of results of our work, fast zero knowledge identification methods with password reuse blocking is presented. A few words about practical importance of our work. The need to improve identification technology is driven by changing the requirements, which in turn are prompted by the rapid development of remote information interaction systems. At last years, the application of such systems is widely expanded. Analysis has shown that this expansion is primarily due to areas that require a higher level of security of information. The examples of such area are presented on the slide 1 or 2. These areas healthcare, military, remote resource provision, and commercial base. The analysis has shown that the main type of attacks consists on replacement of remote abandonments. Thus, the main object of such type of attack are identification procedure. Correspondingly, nowadays there is an objective need to increase the identification mechanism security level. Another feature of a modern stage of system development is the objective need to increase the speed of identification. The presented study examines that one of the most practically important type of interaction, namely interaction involving a large number of users that interact with the system. A typical example of such interaction is integrated remote system that provides informational and other resources to many users. The main goal of attackers is to gain an illegal access to system resources by intercepting and using a correct user's password. Attacks can be aimed either on the internet or at the system memory where the user's password are stored. There are two main type attacks on the internet, passive and active attacks. Passive attacks involve eavesdropping on a user's password during the transmission. While the active attack or middle attack replace the user during interaction after the identification procedure. There is a specific type of attacks carried out by the system itself. The attack consists in imitating the user's appeal to it and accordingly imitating the provision of service to users in order to obtain an illegal commercial benefit. Cryptographically strict identification or zero knowledge identification provides the most comprehensive protection against all type of attacks except middle attacks. These identification methods ensure that the password changes with every interaction session, and the and that the users have the user has a cryptographic mechanism to generate correct passwords. Meanwhile, the system has a cryptographic mechanism for checking the password's correctnesses. However, the mechanism, the system hasn't got a mechanism to generate the correct password itself. To date, many methods of cryptographically strict identification have been proposed. These methods are based either on irreversible mathematical transformation of number theory or on irreversible mathematical transformation of Boolean algebra. The most well-known methods of strict identification based on number theory include the widely known thesis, Gillow-Quist-Clutter, and Schnorr. All these methods based on the modular exploitation on long numbers. This operation requires tens of millions of processor operation, so we can say that these methods are very slow. The next slide presents the goal of our research. To achieve the goal, a method has been proposed as a modification of existing Schnorr methods. This method is based on modular exploitation of numbers that are part of the public key and therefore practically do not change. Therefore, it's possible to isolate calculation that depends on these numbers and on invariant modules. This calculation can be performed only once, and the result can be used in each identification procedure. The mathematical background of proposed approach presents on slide 11. If the exponent is represented in binary form, the exponentation is performed according to the following formula. For this, it follows that modular exploitation can be represented as a product of number a raised to powers of 2 multiplied by the corresponding bits of the exponent's binary code. The final expression can be transformed into a form where the product of a raised to powers of 2 corresponding to the once in the binary code is computed. Since the modular exponent of a in powers of 2 modulo p depends only on the constant number a and the constant module, this value can be pre-computed and stored in the tables. Therefore, calculating a raised to power of e modulo m p can be performed as a modular product of the pre-computed table values corresponding to bit of the exponent's binary code that are set to 1. Formalized procedure of constructing precomputated tables is presented on slide 12. Since the proposed method uses modular experimentation with two different constant numbers, example of precomputated tables for p equal 47 and n equals 6 are presented on slide 13. In the left side, you can see the tables for b equals 7, while in the right side, you can see the tables for b equal 36. Slide 14 presents the formal description of proposed procedure for modular experimentation of constant number. Slide 15 provides an example of the proposed accelerated modular experimentation procedure for calculating 7 power 10 modulo 47 using the precomputated tables for the number 7. The example is presented as a table showing the dynamic changes in the parameters of proposed methods. And on the right side, the precomputated table that used in this example is shown. The next slide, slide 16, presents the formalized description of the proposed user registration procedure in the system. Slide 17 presents the forechart of the registration procedure with an example. In particular, it shows how the previously constructed precomputated tables are used to calculate the multiplicative inverse. Slide 19 presents the formalized description of the proposed procedure for user identification by the system. More detailed example of the identification procedure can be found on the diagram illustrating how it is executed. The main advantage of proposed modification of the Schnorr methods is a radical increase in identification speed. The numerical measure of this speed up is the beta acceleration coefficient, which is defined it as the ratio of the identification time in known scheme to the identification time in the proposed scheme. It's well known that the numbers of operation of addition long numbers is in known methods is proportional to the square of their lengths. In the proposed method, only addition operations are used for exponentiation. This means that the number of addition operation of long number depends linearly on their lengths. The final beta coefficient can be seen on the slide 20. Final slide 21, present the conclusions. I hope that the developed method has piqued your attention. If you have any questions, I would be happy to answer them.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Boyko, for your presentation. It's very nice, your presentation. Have you any question, please? Yes. So, yes, Mrs. Boyko, tell us, you're solving a problem on cybersecurity about resetting passwords. Yes?
Um, um, yes and no. The main
Mm-hmm.
problems of existing methods is that the methods of zero knowledge identification that have good protection is not enough fast, and the fast method is methods like weak crypto security identification is very fast, but doesn't provide good level of protection. Nowadays, with expansion of remote information interaction systems, there is a need to increase the protection level of the procedure of identification, because this expansion is primarily due to area like healthcare, military, and etc. And at the same time, there is a lot of users that interact with the system in the same time. So there is an objective need to resolve the contradiction between the protectnesses of level of protection information of identification and uh, speed of this identification. So we decided to make a method that provides good speed of identification procedure, and at the same time can protect against a lot of attacks.
Very nice, very nice. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Any more question, please? Okay, we don't have more question. Thank you very much. Thank you, Katerina Boyko, for your